Rubin, former US Deputy Assistant Secretary of State. Joel, welcome to BBC News. So first of all, your reaction to this agreement on the part of Ukraine to accept a 30-day ceasefire. Is this a big diplomatic step forward, do you think?
Sally, it's great to be with you. And it is a very positive development. Of course, this is the first step on a long journey. But to pick up on what you were just discussing a moment earlier, it now looks like President Zelensky has a few more cards to play. What he's done is he has flipped the script diplomatically and now put the onus on Vladimir Putin. President Trump wants a deal, clearly. That is something that he looks at as a real goal. But the reality of what he is proposing and where he's been pushing for the last several weeks created the resistance that we've seen coming from Ukraine. But now Ukraine, at these talks in Jeddah, has decided that it's going to play ball. It's going to make some agreements and show that it is reasonable. And the result is now that Vladimir Putin has to decide if he's going to agree to what was just signed up for in Saudi Arabia. It's a very deft move by President Zelensky.
And what will happen next? Because we have as yet had no official response or reaction from the Kremlin, and that's what everybody is wondering now. How will Russia react to this?
Yeah, well, it's not a surprise. I don't think that Russia was exactly expecting this. If one looks at the kind of celebrations that they've been having in Moscow since the Oval Office meeting between President Zelensky and Trump a couple of weeks ago, I think that the Russians felt like they had the control of the situation, and they did for many, in many ways. And so this is now rebalancing. It's a good move by the Trump team, by Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, and Mike Waltz, the National Security Advisor, to not allow it to appear as if Russia is getting everything, because the United States was making concessions on behalf of Ukraine in a manner that really pushed the boundaries of logic on diplomacy. Well, the balancing is now coming back, and I think that this is going to cause the Russians some real angst. Do they want to offend President Trump? Unclear. Do they want to have a ceasefire? Unlikely, but they're now in a very hard spot, and it's likely they're going to try to ask for more at the table before fully agreeing, though, would be my guess.
Okay. Interesting. Joel, thank you so much. Joel Rubin there with his take
Thanks,
on
Sally.
these latest developments.